Hey guys, I'm just going to recap what we went over today. So when you are ready to log into the software, you're going to go to walsworthyearbooks.com. This link is also in the stream. You can bookmark that into your browser. When you get there, you're going to click login and you're going to type in your username and your password. Okay, hit login. Okay. Now, I have more access here than you guys do. So you guys do have access right here to online design, create my yearbook. I'm going to click that open and a pop-up window is going to open. Sometimes it takes a little bit more time than others, so just be patient with it. And again, I recommend, if possible, if you have to work on your Chromebook, it's totally doable. But if you're working at home and you have access to another device, a computer, perhaps with a larger screen, might be easier for you to work, but it totally works on the Chromebook. So here you will see only the pages to which you have been assigned by me. Okay, and if the page has a lock, like this one does here, that means somebody is currently editing it. And if it remains locked for too long, just shoot me an email and I can unlock it for you. Okay. Okay, so I'm gonna, hold on, girls, I'm making a video. Can we please be quiet? Okay, so I'm gonna go here to edit spread, and it's loading. Okay, so this is what we were talking about today. So we were talking about how to make your titles, and this was the example we went through. So this is just one title here on one piece of text. And this is the same title broken out over 3 pieces of text where we played with the fonts. So that's what I'm going to go over right now. Now, on your spread, you have a left side and a right side. Make sure you're working on the correct side of your page. You're going to see that up here. So page 4 is faculty, and then the right side on page 5 is also faculty. So all the teacher pictures are going to go across these pages when we get those taken in December. Okay, so for right now, you want to take note of this magenta rectangle. There's one on either side of the page. This is your title safe area, so you want to make sure all text stays within that bounds. So think of that as a fence. These purple lines going down the middle really are just the divider lines for the middle of the page to help when you're laying out if you want to center something. Okay, so over here you have your tools, and then over here you have your options. Okay, so I'm going to go now to my text. If you click once, it doesn't do anything. You've got to click and drag a box. Okay, and I'm going to type faculty. And then I'm going to make another box, and I'm going to type the and sign. Then I'm going to make a third box. Oops, where I'm going to type staff. Okay, so it defaults to Helvetica 12 point, which is a great font if you are doing like a paragraph of text, but for a title, you want something a little more fun. So over here, I'm going to drop down and I see my different choices for my fonts. So if I want to maybe go to typewriter, I can change that size. Now remember that when these get printed, they're going to go on paper size. So right now my screen is smaller than a piece of paper, so it kind of gives you a false sense of size. So probably about a 36, somewhere in that range. We don't want to go too much bigger than that, maybe a 48 point, but you don't want your text to be too huge. You want to save lots of space for our pictures. And I'm going to change this font. And change that to something a little thicker, maybe Cooper Black. And you can change your fonts and everything as you go, testing them out. I'm going to go back to that typewriter. I think I made that 36. Okay. So now I have 3. I can size this in. Now I have 3 different boxes that I can move around and position in a more interesting way than just this one here that's on one line. Okay. I could bring this over. Slide that over that way. So you can move it around, you can play with it a little bit more until you visually think it looks good, but play with your sizes, play with your fonts, overlapping things. I can help give you ideas. Okay, if you click on it, you can change the text color. So I can make that blue. The fill fills in the box. We don't really want to do that. So I'm going to go back to that no there. I'll go for some Bethpage colors. I'll go for like a gold. I'll go back to that blue. The colors that you use will show up here. I believe it's only the colors you use for this session. So when you come back in next time, they probably won't be there if I'm correct. Okay, now you can see on this and sign, I have a drop shadow. Very easy to do. Click on what you want to do. Come over here to where it says effects. Click on effects. And you can add a drop shadow to that. You can change the color of your drop shadow. So if I want my drop shadow on my to be blue, I could do that. You can change the angle that it's coming from. You can change the offset. That'll bring it closer. So if I want it just a little bit tighter like that, I could do that. So if I want a shadow on that one, it just helps popping it out a little bit. And then you can move those around. So if I want to select all those at once with my arrow here, I can just undo that. Undo. Okay, I can drag a box around them and I can move them around. And I can put them where I want them to go. So I would like you this week, we actually don't meet next Tuesday, so before our meeting on the 10th, I'd like you to have your title on your page. So you came up with a title for your page on your planning sheet. So use that and make the title. And if you have any other text that you want to add, let's work on getting that text put in.